welcome back to another episode of You Didn't Ask For It, but you're going to get a tool review. This is going to be an unboxing and a playing with and a quick evaluation of my feelings about the Ryobi P601 cordless router. I'm not a fan of battery operated machinery, and a lot of my friends know that, but someone bought me some Ryobis, and I like the little jigsaw that they bought me. So I thought, well, I'm going to try this out. So I've got the batteries and I've got the charger. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and give it a whirl and see what it looks like. So I know nothing about it. I saw it at Home Depot. So I thought, well, I'll give it a whirl and see. So we're going to see. So again, this is the Ryobi P601 18 volt. It uses the 1+ battery. And we're going to open it up and see what's in it. And it's very well packed. Okay, there's the wrench. Take the cardboard out of the way. There's nothing there. We'll get it out of the bag. It's got the same bright green, yellow, or lime green, however color it is you want to call that, of the Ryobi colors. And of course it's got the owner's manual. You know, we don't worry about those, so may go back to them, but right now we're not going to worry too much about it. I did notice that the lever has a quick release that you can move it up and down, and then it does also have a micro adjust knob so that you can fine-tune the distance that you're looking for. It does have, over on this side, a convenient little built-in depth gauge. I'm assuming that would be based upon the bit being flush with the bottom of the base, but it does have a depth gauge on it. It does have a positive stop lock for you to adjust the, tighten up and release the nut for the ferrule nut for the bit, and it's got a positive lock mechanism. Again, this is adjustable, so if over time it vibrates loose, you can tighten up the nut right here and snug it down. And we're going to put a battery in it, and we're going to give it a whirl and see what it works like. And to be honest with you, I'm curious to see how it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my profile bit in there, and the profile bit is the bit that most of us use, and the base comes off real easy, which is another nice thing. You do have to press in the stop button so that it clears over the shaft right here, but then it comes off just that easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put my profile bit in. Now this profile bit, to be honest with you, probably needs a little bit of sharpening, but that's okay. We're going to give it a whirl, and we're going to see how this thing holds up using the profile bit. And like I said, we're going to cut on some of our more popular materials. We're going to cut on the cedar. We're going to cut on a piece of pine, and for the challenge, ultimate challenge, we're going to cut on a piece of oak. And I'm going to cut all of these at the same depth, and so we will get what I consider to be a fairly true test of the router and see what it's going to stand up to. I don't have my depth gauge with me, but it's just slightly more than twice the depth of the thickness of the wrench. So it's going to be a pretty good test. So I'll get my battery out of the charger here. And the nice thing about these is this same battery fits all of the Ryobi battery powered tools right now. So you can just change, you can buy the different amp hour batteries. That's easy for y'all to say. Amp hour batteries. This is a 3 amp. They have, I think, a 6, a 9, and I think they even have some bigger ones. but these are just 3 amp hours. Work fine for daily use, what I'm doing out here. If this thing works out to be like I think it will be, then I'll actually send this base in to Dave and Eric and get a base made for it if they haven't already got one to make it by. But so anyway, let's start with a piece of cedar fence picket, and I'm just going to cut a real nice, quick, easy little swirly mark in it. So we'll see how it goes. It does have a dust guard here on the back side that you could remove. I have not removed it yet, but I will remove it if I decide to hang on to this. Just help get the dust out of the way. So anyway, let's give it a whirl. We'll see what it looks like. Well, it actually cut it pretty good. Had enough power to cut that cedar. Does have one LED light inside, and it was okay. It's not the brightest, so we would definitely need to think about adding light like we normally do to all of our other tools. But I gotta say, in the cedar, it did okay. So now we're going to get this piece of this little piece of 2x4 pine, and we're going to kind of do the same thing. It's a little louder than I thought it was going to be, but it's not unbearable. So here we go. This is on a piece of 2x4 pine. Again, it handled it pretty well. Let me blow this out. It handled the pine just fine. So far, it's okay. You know, and like I said, these are just simple, easier materials that most of us use a lot. But now, let's see what it does with the oak. Now these 3 holes or 6 holes right here are where I cut some plugs out when I was doing my 10 oak sign. So let's see how it does in the oak. And I'm not changing the depth. I'm keeping everything to the same depth. Well, blow this one out again. Again, it handled the cut pretty well. I think in a hard material like this is like it is right here. It's a little bit lightweight to maintain a good control. So I think with the bigger base plate and the handles that Dave and Eric and them put on that, I think you would have a better control under the harder woods. But I gotta tell you, I'm not scared of this thing. I don't know how long it's gonna last on the battery. This battery is fully charged and it's still showing full charge. Again, this is the Ryobi 18 volt P601. And it uses the same batteries that go in the skill saws, the jigsaws, the little blowers that they have, little air guns, caulking guns. I mean, they've got a lot of different tools that use this same battery, so it doesn't matter which tool you're running, it uses the same battery. So that cuts down on the different styles of batteries that you need to inventory in your own stock. So I would have to give this thing a thumbs up. When I give it a more in detailed testing, we'll see how well it goes, but the depth adjustment is, I think, very easy. It's pretty precise with the fine adjustment tool, and the light was okay. I love how the base comes off that easy to give you better access to the ferrule nut, and I like the indent knob right there to lock the nut in place so that you can take it off. I really don't find anything with a quick right out of the box plug and play. I don't find anything to really be complaining about. I think it's a nice little unit. So there you have it. It's not the beast that the 611 is, or the rigid R4201 or 2401. But then again, this is a battery operated unit, so it's not going to be the beast that those are being accorded and on AC. But all in all, for a quick on-site job, I can see taking this with me if I've got a quick job to do and I don't want to worry about taking a generator or something like that if I don't have a power source. I think this is going to be okay. So there you have it. This again is the P601 Ryobi, or Ryobi, however they pronounce it. The Ryobi is how I pronounce it, 601 cordless router. I think it's a good one. I give it a thumbs up. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you on the next one.